Buddy, hey, good evening. Welcome back to the Scores Are show now with less monkey business. All right, let's just hop into things here. Game one, Charlotte at Florida International. Florida International laying a point and a half. We said, yeah, Charlotte's so much better than Florida International. I think they're going to overcome those road woes and they'll prevail. So we made it a money line play right off the bat. We said, Vegas, we're gonna make this first game money line. And this is what happened here: Charlotte and Florida International. Oh, come on, let's get us a money line to start the night. 81.68 Charlotte. So we convert the money line 81.68, and that is a money line victory. And we like to do certain things with the money lines. That one probably paid. If you're unfamiliar with how the money line works, we're betting the underdog to win the game. And conventional straight up play here, if this was to win, we bet $100, we get $200 back. Okay, if we win. If we bet the money line, it's something like 115, 130. Sometimes it can get pretty up there, but the dog has to be pretty bad. But it's always good to get what you is technically referred to as extra money. That's what the technical term is for winning. And we got a little extra money here. Hofstra at home to UNC Wilmington laying 7.5. What was the final? Hofstra 73-71. So we said they'd only win by 5. We took the dog, and the dog did indeed prevail. Let's get these things colorized correctly. So we're off to a 2-0 start. Let's continue that. I like being undefeated. UMass Lowell at home to Hartford laying 4.5. We said Lowell covers. Did Lowell cover? 85-75. Lowell. That's a win and a cover, folks. That is. So we're 3-0. Colgate at home to Holy Cross, 17.5. That's a ton of points. But we backed it up. We said 22 would be the difference. And Colgate won 87-60. So that is a 37-point, that's a 27-point win and a cover. Win and a cover. And look, we're 4-0 to start the night. I like it. Did a prediction show. All this is on tape well before tip off. In fact, I did the night before. So don't think that. And I stated earlier, no, less monkey business. There's still some monkey business, but not in here. I mean, none of this it's just me goofing off. But Chattanooga on the road to Mercer. They just played the other night. And Chattanooga wins 74-72. So I got that top line number. But we had Chattanooga as the favorite to win and cover 5.5, and that was the incorrect play. So we are going to give ourselves a loss, and we go 4-1 on this string. It's way to start the evening. Tennessee Tech home to Eastern Illinois, 13.5 line. We say 20-point victory. And let's see what happened here. Tennessee Tech. I don't have the. I gotta go look for 84-58 Tennessee Tech. 84-58, and we won and we covered that 13.5, and so that's a win. Win and a cover. Furman on the road to East Tennessee State, laying 5.5, and boy. The more I think about this, the less this makes sense. But Furman's been pretty good lately. But I mean, the human in me says no way. But we got to play what the computer says. So let's see what happened. Furman loses 71-75. I'm a genius, and the computer is not. No, I'm just kidding. This computer can be pretty damn insightful sometimes. But that is indeed a loss. Richmond at home to George Mason, laying 7.5. We said, not a chance, man. This can be a 1-point game. What happened here? Richmond wins 62-59. So the dog was a play because there's no cover here. It wasn't a 1-point game; it's a 3-point game. But we're back to winning, which is the only thing I really care about. Drexel at home to James Madison, laying 4.5. We say it's a 3-point game. And let's see, Drexel. Let's get this final. Drexel 72-66. So Drexel a little too strong for JMU. It's a 6-point victory. So that's a cover and a loss for the computer. That's a loss. Okay, Navy, who has just been untrustworthy lately, home to Lafayette, laying 9.5. We say 15. Come on, Navy, do 68-45. I'm a former Navy guy, so they got to pull it out for me. And Navy does win a cover here, so that is a good play, and we go 3-2 on this string. So what are we here? 7-3. That's 70%, folks. After 10 games, let's just let's call it a show, and I'll go home. 70%. Greensboro on the road, Western Carolina, and I gotta hook them all up tonight. Now, normally I like to get them laid out in a row, because I never know how these things go in. There we go. Okay, Greensboro wins 68-49. 68-49. So that's a win and a cover, and another good play by the computer. Liking it. It's off to a great start. New Hampshire. Okay, got a money line going here. Stony Brook at home, laying 4.5 to New Hampshire. We say New Hampshire wins the game. Let's see what happened here. New Hampshire 67-65. That's a money line win. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Folks, we're closing in on 100 money lines, and we forgot to manually update. So now we have 2 of them. Everyone concur, right? We had this first one. Now we have the second one. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over here. We're going to put 2 in the money line column, and we're going to go from 97 to 99, which is dang near 100. 100 money line wins. That is fantastic. Boy, the computer does like to hunt out and convert these money lines. Vautech at home to Pittsburgh, laying 12.5. And I hereby do declare Pittsburgh to be a bad road team, but a good home team, but a bad road team, like a really bad, in 74-47. Yeah, just a really bad team on the road. You know, they like their friendly confines. But sorry, Vautech was not having any of that tonight. Presbo on the road against Hampton, laying 4.5, and we say 8. So Presbo was our play. And if I make people unhappy by saying Presbo, write a letter or something, or ask to speak to the manager, or do something. And it's a loss for Presbyterian. So Hampton is play, and that is a loss for the computer. Temple at South Florida, laying 3.5. Temple at South Florida, laying 3.5. Well, South Florida said, we're going to win by 3 because the final is 49-52. So South Florida was the play there. And that is simply home court advantage is all that is, because Temple's a better team than South Florida. Okay, 3-2 again. God, I hate when I do that. Man, I just hate it. So we're 10-5. We dropped down to 66.67%. Middle Tennessee at home to UTSA, laying 13.5. Computer says 19. Middle, I just don't know. Is it Middle? Is it MESU? Who are they playing? Middle Tennessee. Oh, UTSA. I should have done that the first time. I just, they want you to remember that it's middle space 10, period. I don't know why it didn't come up. 84-75, Middle Tennessee. 84-75. So not 13. Yeah, not 13. So that's like a 9-point victory. So that's a loss. Duke at home to Virginia. I have to admit, I already peeked on this score, and I'm not going to be happy when I report it. And so Duke loses to Virginia 68-69. And that's a hell of a way for to treat Coach K and his farewell tour. So that's a loss for us. I got nothing against Coach K. I just think, I know Duke's got a lot of fans, but they got a lot of detractors too. I just think kind of arrogant is, and I'll tell you why. Whoever wins Division II, we're going to invite you to come and play the great and almighty Duke every year. So you gotta be thankful that you get to come play Duke if you win the Division II championship. That to me is arrogance. I'm sorry, I just feel like that's arrogance. Howard at home to Delaware State, and I made a comment that Delaware State is perhaps the worst team in college basketball, and they're pretty darn close according to the scores are anyways. So we felt very comfortable with this 14.5. In fact, we said it'd be 31, but they only won by 5. So we got us an under 500 Shimbaro in here, and we got to stop this bleeding immediately. Belmont at home to Austin P. Belmont at home to Austin P. 72-58. We got us 19.5. Do we cover? We do not cover. Ooh, we're 0-4. That is not good. 0-4. Prairie View A&M on the road at Florida A&M. Florida A&M laying 1.5. We say Prairie View wins the game. It's a money line. What are they? PVA. I'm supposed to remember all these things. 60-61. So Florida A&M wins. Wow, folks, we're 0-5. That hurts. Ooh, that hurts. Yikes. Ooh, it's about as ugly as it gets. Wait a minute. No, we don't lose this game. We win this. We win the conventional play because we got 1.5 and we only lost by 1. So we didn't go 0-5. We only went 1-4. But that is a win. It's just not a money line win. You understand? Florida A&M is laying 1.5. We lost by 1 point. So that's a back end cover. It's hard to see because we do it upside down and inversely when we do the money lines. Texas Southern on the road to Bethune-Cookman, laying 8.5. Computer said 17. The SWAC gets me. The SWAC, this is what these teams are in the Southwest Athletic Conference, the SWAC, and really hard to predict. So Texas Southern wins 66-63. Yeah, just bad at the SWAC. The SWAC just has always been tough for the computer to predict. I don't know why. They're pretty close in terms of talent and records and stuff. I mean, there's some Texas Southern being one of the better teams. Southern U is another one. Jackson State's another one. But you got your Arkansas Pine Bluffs, you got your Mississippi Valley States, you got your, you got some pretty bad teams in there. Alabama, a bunch of SWAC games. This is all SWAC. All this is SWAC right here. And they're just hard to predict. Montana State on the road at Idaho State, laying 9.5. And we said 24. Idaho State's not good. Yeah, if you ever get tired of me telling you how good a team is, just remember these times I tell you how awful some of these teams are. 72-53. 72-53. So that is a win in the cover. So we will take that at this point because that one really hurt. NC Central on at South Carolina State, laying 2.5. This is the MEAC. They're in the MEAC. They hardly even play. I mean, they probably got 12-13 game finals, both these teams. So NC Central, and I'm back to being on track here. So they lose 68-74, which means we lose. We don't like losing. Losing is for losers. Okay. North Dakota State at home, hosting South Dakota, laying 5.5. We thought that was too many. So what happened here? North Dakota State, they won by 2, 76-74. So that's a back end cover for the dog, and we had the dog. And man, these victories getting hard to come by. Where are we at here? 11-5. Did we put that 0-5 string in? I don't think we did. No, we've got to put the 4 in there. 1-4. Sometimes I wish I don't check these things. 11-9, 55%. Boo, just ho hum. North Texas, who's been reliable all year long, home to UTEP, laying 9.5. We say 12. And North Texas won the game 66-58. Ooh, almost right on that prediction. We got the top line. Did we get the bottom line? We got real close. And look at this. We're really close, but enough off to take us under the line. Oh, God. That is just a kick in the pants. 2 and 3, the string were under 500. Black. Alcorn State at Mississippi Valley State, laying 10.5. That should tell you something about Mississippi Valley State. Now, if Alcorn doesn't get here, then that tells you a lot about Alcorn. Final score. Oh, make me hunt. Alcorn 79-71. 79-71. Fail to cover. What we got here is failure to cover. And so that's a loss. So Jackson State, one of the better teams, on the road, Arkansas Pine Bluff, one of the less better teams, laying 4.5. We say 13. And final score is Jackson State 60-47. 60-47. So we covered that 4.5. So that's a win. My goodness. Man, these wins are getting tough. Grambling hosting Alabama A&M, laying 4.5. We said it'd be a 2-point game. And let's see what Grambling was able to do. 58-50. So the win and a cover for Grambling and a loss for us. Folks, I've already recorded the prediction show for Tuesday evening. Check around. Yeah, I know we're very impressive at our 50% winning percentage. 99 money lines since December 20th. That's not bad. We're going to get better when neutral court hits, because all these games with the home court advantage is really tough. Southern U, who are they playing? So Alabama State. Let's go look for Alabama State. Okay, so Southern U went 72-58. 11.5 was the line. We'd say 13, and they won by 14. So that's a win. Good. We'll take it. We will take that. Arizona on the road at Arizona State, laying 12.5. We said 28, and we meant it too. Doggone it. And this final was 91-79. So they don't like Arizona doesn't like their little big brother there. Half point. Don't complain, because a half point wins as often as it loses. Someone said, I don't know. I'd have to do a study on it, but I doubt it. What has happened to us? We have fallen apart. We're 15-15, right at 50%. We started out so well. Okay, Kansas at Texas. Kansas laying a 0.5 point. We say it's a 1-point Kansas win. We give ourselves absolutely no room here. we kind of paint ourselves into a corner. And so if something like Texas were to win by 3, that'd be bad for us, right? That would be bad for us. And that's exactly what happened. So Texas went 79-76. That's a loss for the computer. We're under 500. We're not happy about it. So SIU Edwardsville at home to Southeast Missouri State, laying a 1.5. We said it'd be a 1-point game, so we took the dog here. And so let's go find SIU Edwardsville. There they are. Final score 47-76. Southeast Missouri State wins. So 47-76. So the dog is the play, and that's who we had. And it's all because that half a point. So it folks, that half a point saved us. Okay, it cost us here. We lost by half a point, but we won by half a point here. So don't get too distressed. A game. It sucks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It sucks. But these are the overlooked ones where this half point, if it weren't for us playing that, we would not have won. So, okay, next is a money line play. We think Southern Utah is going to win at Montana. Montana at home, laying a 1.5. And Montana wins. They defend their home court 78-67. That's a loss. That's a loss. Northern Colorado at home to Northern Arizona. We say 9 in it. The Vegas line is 9.5. We say 11. And I gotta go find it. It's N.Space Colorado. Okay, got that? Remember that forever now. Never forget it. And if you ever go to look for it and you get it wrong, we're going to deny you access. So Colorado 82, Northern Colorado 82-60. So win in a cover there, and we go 2-2 on this string. And folks, that's it for the night. Let's let the dust settle here. 17-17. That's our final 50%. Got the two money lines. We're hanging here at 99. We're now 486 wins on the season, 449 losses, 51.98%. Folks, it's going to get better. You watch. When we get out of this home court advantage nonsense and we get to neutral court land, it's a whole different ball. But we still got a ways to go. So we're just going to struggle down here in the 50s. We might hop up and hit a 60 and hop down and, get a 32. But we're just going to be in this range. I don't see us getting into the 60s and maintaining that until we get to the conference tournaments and the postseason tournaments when they're all neutral court. That's when we're gonna shine. So that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you for tuning in. And again, I recorded Tuesday night's prediction show. Give that a listen, and you too could go 50% on your bets. And anyways, hope to see you then. Stick with this, folks. It's going to get good.